Good morning. Welcome to Friday Live at Mail Call. Uh, we got John and Robert and Joe and Ray and maybe JD. I don't know. You see, he came on at 6:45 a.m. this morning, so I don't know if he stayed on or if he's got to rejoin us or what. So last week, great. Thank you, John. Last week, you may recall that Jason said that I looked cold. Now, that was when it was 40 some degrees out. And, after 7 years in Florida, I woke up this morning, it was 17 degrees and falling. Hey, JB, Mr. Banicki, or Banicki. Yeah, it's cold. So I broke out my trapper hat. All right, I can this way I can be cousin Eddie. All right, and stay nice and warm. One of the first things I want to point out is I did get this apron. All right. Now my kids gave it to me, my son and daughter-in-law, for barbecuing. But hey, it works out here too. So, all right. And in case anybody was wondering, we are coming live from So I just wanted to make sure everybody knew where we were broadcasting from. Now, my co-host didn't reply to me when I sent him the link, so I don't know if he's going to be here or not. That would be John over in, where is it? I have entirely too much fun with that. Yeah, JD? Exactly. I'm doing my cousin Eddie impersonation. So, but since my co-host isn't here from Tennessee, we've got our special Malcolm in the Middle. How many people remember Malcolm in the Middle? All right, it was a TV show, 10, 20 years ago, something like that, about the middle kid in a family. So, and I'm not implying that my guest is the middle kid in the family, but he's the middle kid geographically. Welcome, Jason.
More like the redheaded stepchild.
And I am working on a special tune for Jason as well. So, welcome, Jason, the train freak.
What's going on, guys?
Today, Jason. So, all right. Now, some people, let's get the mail call, at least get my mail call out of the way. I already did the vest. You may have noticed the hat. All right, that was a special.
Yeah, you look a little bit colder than I do.
Yeah. You notice, though, I got the car in the garage. All right. That makes my wife happy, so she doesn't have to scrape off all the frost on it in the mornings when she
there you go,
out and about. And so it's in here. Of course, my workbench is in prime shape. Let me swivel the camera back here. All right, and let's change over to that camera for a minute. All right. So, didn't do it. Try this again. There we go. And so I do have So, work bench. Got a couple things here. I got a furring strip right here down here to brace up the end. I got some hardboard up here that I've got to put a tight bend in for that corner that I can finish off the backboard and get it spackled and painted. And then I'll be in pretty good shape there. Okay.
There you go.
Anyway, anybody that may have followed my Facebook, if you're friends with me on Facebook, probably saw that. Hey, hi, Lee. And it was my birthday this last Wednesday, day before yesterday.
Yes. Happy late birthday.
No problem. Thank you. Spring chicken at 66. So anyway, my wife got me my cousin Eddie hat for my birthday. Okay. And I'm told that my son and daughter-in-law have one on order from me, a better one on order from me. That's on its way. So we shall see. And believe it or not, they may look ridiculous. I don't care. I'm 66 years old. I'm retired. I grew up in the corporate mentality of shirt and suit and tie and all that kind of stuff. Had to look prim and proper all the time. Hey, I'm retired. I don't care. All right. It's called comfort. And these are toasty nice hats. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah, I've got one put up somewhere.
Oh man, they're nice. Hey, Chaz.
So I will definitely second that.
So, and then if you put a hoodie up on top of that, even though you can lash these things together, but you put a hoodie up, like my jacket has a hood on it. You put that up, and then it compresses in. And, it's perfect. I wish I would have had that combo in college. The only problem there is I did care about how I looked. All right, in college. You don't want to run off the chicks before you even get a shot at them, right? Anyway,
Right.
but hey, I don't care anymore. Anyway, my wife's not going to leave me after 39 years, so just because I wear a stupid looking hat. So anyway, then to take it a step further, she took me to Harbor Freight yesterday.
Ooh.
And I needed one of these organizers.
Yeah.
I got this. Yeah, I needed one of these organizers. Actually, this one's taller than what I needed. So I got that, or she got that for me, plus a little hobby table saw and a little hobby chop saw. Now, I saw Bill in Virginia, Model Railroading with Bill in Virginia. You all know who I'm talking about, I think. And he had gotten these about 6-8 months ago. I think he paid like $49 a pop for them. And I think that's what they normally list for. Well, lo and behold, we were in there yesterday. They're having a clearance sale on them for $29 a piece. And then I got a discount, a further discount, either a coupon or my membership to Harbor Freight, I don't know which, took another $4 a pop off. So basically got them for somewhere around $23.99 or something like that a piece. So worked out well. Now, how good are they? I don't know. I haven't used them yet, but I figure for modeling, because I've got both of those in the giant, big size.
Right.
But for modeling, hacking up, bashing a kit, it should work pretty well. So I got both of those. And but what it necessitated was I had to make a couple changes over here to the other workbench. Let me change. Let's go to that one. There we go. I had to change that around. I had to raise this the battery charging station shelf for that organizer to fit underneath. Well, in order to raise it, I had to raise the tools, all right, battery powered tool shelf, and so everything had to come up. And anyway, it all works out a wash. And I got some more organizer stuff for the pegboard, and so I'm in good shape to start back in on my modeling here pretty quick. Hey, Anthony, welcome. And
are you gonna? Were you able to save most of the layout, or are you gonna have to rebuild every bit of it?
I saved the buildings for the most part.
Okay.
The roundhouse didn't make it. The icing platforms didn't make it. The salvage junkyard did not make it. The cars and stuff did, but not the fencing or any of that. So none of my flats made it. So I can rebuild all of those. So that's not a problem. All of my Chicago scene stuff should have made it. My Central Valley 200-foot dual track truss bridge did not make it. It got crushed in the move. So.
Oh man.
Yeah, I saved all the switch machines, saved the majority of the switches, all the Pico switches I saved. All but one of the Atlas switches I got rid of. I saved the big curved, large radius Atlas switch.
Yeah.
But I threw away all the rest. So, that said, we were looking at my the preliminary on the layout. All right, and actually that is only half of it there.
Why don't you bring yourself up big and shrink me down so that way everyone can see it a little better?
All right, I can do that.
Throw me off to the side. No one, and hello to everyone out there that has said hi to me. I can't really see the chat, so.
Hey, Dwight.
What's going on, Dwight?
Anyway, I don't know why. Yeah. Oh, there it goes. Okay, I can slide it here. So the rough draft on the layout is 16 inches wide, 12 feet long, and I ordered the 2 double slip switches and the 3-way. I just brought in a tote that which is down to my right. Ding, 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 ding. I always forget to change my camera, which is down here. That has a bunch of stuff in it. So I'm going through all my packed up totes, and because I basically just threw stuff in totes and separating it out. I've got 2 boxes of switch machines I've already gone through, Smales, and I've got those separated out and organized. I've got a ton more of those to do. But basically what I want to do is have 1 tote full of Smales, 1 tote full of switches, bundle them up into rights and lefts and curves and all that kind of stuff. So, but I'll be working through all that. Next week, I should have the mail call on those 3 specialty switches, I'll call them. Hell, those 3 switches, even with Heath's discount at Iron Planet Hobbies, was a little over $200 just for 3 switches. Whew.
Now,
And,
what code
but
are you? 100 or 83?
what? 100.
100.
Yeah. Oh, there's John. No power today. Oh, poor John. All right. Well, John doesn't have power, but just to celebrate John C. and EI that he is in fact here. had to do it. North to Alaska, going north, the rush is on. Yeah. John Wayne and Stuart Granger. Great movie. John's just saying hi to all the Johns. Okay. No power. Well, we have power. So one thing nice is our utility lines are buried here, so like they were in Florida. So you don't get a lot of the power outages you might get other places. That said, we're on the edge of the subdivision, so we got the power lines right behind us. Now, the feed to the house is underground, but we're fed off of those power poles. So we shall see how that works out. But I do have a generator, so I'm not too concerned, although I haven't filled it back up with gas since we've moved, so I need to do that. So, Jason, what's going on with you?
Oh, just a little bit of work here and there. I was supposed to be down in Hot Springs today working on a customer's layout and ended up having to take my truck into the shop yesterday.
Oh, boy.
So I'm hoping, well, I should get a phone call later today to go get it back, but they'll have to come pick me up. Amanda is on her way over to where John's at. So Amanda's on a girls'
Tennessee?
trip. Yeah.
Oh, boy. Nashville?
In that area.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, somewhere over in that neck of the woods. So she's on a girls' trip or a girls' weekend thing.
That'd be fun for her.
Yeah.
That makes it where you get to have guys' weekends, right?
Yeah, I want to actually have an operating session here at the house tomorrow.
Oh, boy. That'll be fun. Some local people are doing it with you, or
Yeah.
Robert coming up, or?
If he wants to, he can.
Well, he's got to save his time so that he can go and take me to Steve Davis's layout just southeast of Tulsa.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I know he wanted me to go on that one with him, but I've got stuff going on, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm your replacement.
Yeah.
Work
But
that
eventually,
case. I don't care.
eventually I'll be able to get to go, and then all three of us can be there.
That'd be fun too. You know, and C and EI John can attest to what an excellent conductor I am.
Well, I told Robert, I said, if I go, I want yard duty. I said, put me as a yard master. Let me build the trains.
Need to ask Robert. Is it Wi-Fi connected where we can use our cell phones or tablets? It is.
Don't know.
You know, I got Y-Throttle on my iPhone, and I got a tablet with engine driver on it. So. Robert says, yes, it's on a Saturday. Of course. Hello, Edward at Happy Valley Hobbies. Thanks for joining. Not that I'm the second try. Hey, I don't care, Robert. Second try harder. So, it doesn't bother me a bit to play second fiddle. Hopefully he will answer about whether it's Wi-Fi connected. Hey, Steve, younger Steve, thanks for the birthday wishes over on Facebook. Appreciate it. Hey, Bernard, welcome, buddy. Yeah.
So, are you supposed to get any of this winter weather that's supposed to be coming up?
Yes. Where do you think you're getting it from?
Well,
From
I mean,
here.
I don't know. Like, how much are y'all predicted to get?
As far as snow,
Yeah.
I have no idea. We don't ever get that much snow, but it's supposed to get down close to zero. And then when you throw our wind factor in, it'll be super chilled.
Yeah, see, we're supposed to get winter weather to go along with it. And I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah. Robert, is it NEC or NC, whatever, or is it Ditch Tracks? So, yeah, it's supposed to be brutally cold here with some snow. Who knows how much. With the wind we have, it'll blow, and I don't know it'll be enough to drift or anything. But the biggest problem Oklahoma City always has is ice, not snow itself. There's a bridge here over on the north side on I-44 called the Belle Isle Bridge, and when they built this thing, they built it with the banking going the wrong way. I used to sit in my office over there, I'm talking 20 plus years ago, and watch the ice trucks, the salt spreaders slide towards the rail and smack into the rails. It was always a carnival, so to speak, to watch.
Oh, I bet.
Let's see, Steve's at a brisk 12 degrees, snow in places, ice in places, sun in places. It's just everything. Well, that's typical of Seattle, isn't it? I mean, I used to go to Seattle.
So the coldest I have ever witnessed in Arkansas was in 2021. It got to -1 here. And they're calling for Tuesday night to be -3.
Yeah, my 21st birthday back in 1979 was 22 degrees below zero, and the wind chill was -74. That's the coldest I've experienced. My dad wouldn't turn. He wouldn't.
But you were further up north, though, right?
Yeah, suburban Chicago.
Yeah.
No koi here. I've given up the pond and koi. I'm still judging. Still judging koi. As a matter of fact, the club in Orlando, which has a huge show the second weekend of March, or first weekend of March, I can't remember, is actually flying me down there because I've been the head engineer for forever, and I've got to put everything together. So they didn't. I told them last year they needed to find somebody, and they didn't. So now they're flying me back down to put the mechanics of the show back together. Well, Dwight, it's warmer there up in central Illinois than it is here. It is 23 right now here, according to my iWatch.
But I can just tell you this: it is outright cold.
Robert, you sound like my wife. You can't remember. You got CRS disease. You can't remember stuff.
That sounds like a bad disease.
It is. It is. It gets worse as you get older. Yeah, it'll give me a nice spring thaw, Steve, because it's normally in the 80s down there. It's a beautiful time of year to go to Orlando in March and April. March, April, October, November are the best times to go to Florida. I mean, unless you like it hot. So.
Yeah. Man, don't you just love it? Like when you had something you know you had earlier, there it is. And then it's like you can't find it.
Yeah.
And then when you no longer need it, it comes right up.
So how many people here have used AnyRail? All right. And if so, how the heck do you draw in the bench work and all this other stuff? Because I haven't been able to figure that out.
So the bench work, I do that before I do the track. I create a layer called bench work.
Yeah.
And then it's actually called a surface in AnyRail.
Ah, okay. Well, let me, I will take a look at that. And let's see, do I have AnyRail open? Apparently not. I'll look at that later.
Just let me know when you got some time and I'll help you with it.
Yeah. I just want to draw. You know, I never had a good track plan for the Retirement Railroad 1.0. You know, I bastardized it using the Atlas software because I didn't know about any of these others. So, 55 in North Carolina. Yeah, all my friends know me for wearing Hawaiian shirts, and I think most of you all can attest to that as well. Now I'm back to my old days of wearing flannel. Okay, so I've gone from Mr. Hawaiian to
Mr. Carnigan.
Al. Yeah, well, this is a cardigan sweater. Yeah, this thing's warm as hell. I love it. It was a Christmas deal. So, and Joe never made a track plan. Well, mine wasn't any good. I might as well not have.
So, I mean, the thing about using the software to make a plan, it'll tell you on the front end without guessing if something will or will not work.
Right.
If you don't use it, then it's like, okay, well, I'll just throw it up there and let's see if it works. And if it doesn't work, then I got to take it off and try something else.
Yeah.
So
that's why I wish I would have done the bench work first. But as you and I talked after the stream last week, I had the ability to slide those sections around and change it, which is fine. That's another reason why I wanted to do the plan. And I'm in no hurry. If I can't get Cork and I can't get Flex Track, not much I can do. So,
right.
As far as that goes, I still have plenty to do with unpacking and organizing all my stuff. Because I got a shed out back full. Oh, well, I won't say full, half full. And then the next thing is, do I really want to tear that shed down and build a bigger one? All right. And go through all that, not only delay, but added expense. The shed I want, 12 by 24, just a shed is going to cost $10,000. All right. Then by the time you sheetrock it, insulate it, sheetrock it, put electrical in, lighting in, add a dual, what are they called? Dual modular AC heating unit to it. You're talking probably 18,000 just to get the place to do it. Now, on the
Right.
flip side, the 8x16 I have, it isn't in the best shape either. I mean, it needs paint, repair, a bunch of other stuff. So it may be worth it. The difference, the square foot cost may be less going with the bigger shed. Does that make sense?
No, absolutely. No, it absolutely makes sense.
Yeah. Hey, Anthony, on Caboose Stop Hobbies live stream Wednesday, they had some Markland stuff. Just to let you know, it was American, not European, but it was Markland, so I presume it was AC. It would run on your system. If you were interested, you can go look at Caboose Stop Hobbies. So I was thinking of you when that came up. Yeah, JD, that mine was. This one is simple, in that it is basically the track plan of the suburb I grew up in. Okay, and it's just not prototypical in that it's been condensed down. I put let's see, 1, 2, 3 to 4 miles into 12 feet. But it's close to the track itself, and the sidings are all very proto-representative. So, which is my favorite word, because it's not prototypical and it's not proto-freelance. It's proto-representative. All right. As John SRV has heard me say numerous times before. Steve, lay down track and watch her go. Yeah, I'm not opposed to that. Trust me. It's more of just seeing how the bench work and the switch machines line up. That's what I'm worried about, and how I'm going to make this thing work. The idea itself of how I can put it up there, and it's not a problem, because all of our ideas were ideas before they were track plans. All right, like the retirement railroad, that layout was a refinement over 20 years of what I wanted, and then to make it fit in the space I had. Robert, if it's not prototypical, tear it up.
Typical Robert.
There is actually, I would challenge anybody to show me a 100% prototypical railroad, model railroad. All right, model railroad, because all of them have some selective compression, unless it's a little diorama,
right? That doesn't operate,
or that it's. I can make a 12-foot prototypical thing right here. All right, it'd have one switch on it. So, and the siding would, the ending to the siding wouldn't be there. So, it is what it is. Oh,
but
Bernard's up to
especially if you're
18
doing
now.
HO, if you're doing in scale, you might be able to make it happen. But if you're doing HO, you need like an old Kmart or something.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be fun? First of all, I'd like to win one of those billion or near $1 billion lotteries.
Yeah.
Then I would buy an old Kmart.
Hey, I know where one is for sale.
Oh, they're all over the place. About the size of a mall, exactly. And
well, the one I know for sale is here in my town. That's how I know.
or a Home Depot, an old Home Depot, or an old Walmart before they went to the super centers, that would work.
Yeah.
Because there's still a lot of those around. Win that lottery, set up a trust for the building that would cover all the taxes and insurance and all that kind of stuff. And I know a minimal cost club. And the only reason to do that is so you don't just get a bunch of sluggos in there. People have to make an investment in it. And it should be cheap enough where anybody could afford it. But they would, have requirements, volunteer time requirements. So. Yeah, it only goes from Chicago to Seattle. From Chicago to my house, 20 miles as a crow flies on the Burlington racetrack would not fit where the Chicago Museum of Science and Industry layout is. Here's a fun fact. All right, that layout, it was rebuilt. In the 90s, I think it was. I'm not sure. Don't hold me to it. Back in my day, when I lived there in the 60s and 70s, that was an O-scale layout, 2-rail O-scale layout, and was one of the driving factors of my interest in model railroading. All right, once a year we'd go down to the Museum of Science and Industry, either from school or somebody comes to visit or whatever, and boom, that would be the first place I'd go. Then I'd go boom over the U-505 German submarine, then boom over to the coal mine. Where everybody else the girls all wanted to go to the dollhouse, and most of the guys wanted to go to the space area. Nope, not me. I want to go see the trains. Where's it? Yeah, your new train club's state. Hell, Arkansas would be a great spot, for a club like that,
So speaking of,
because it's right in the middle of everything.
So speaking of, me and a group of guys actually had our first meeting last Sunday.
Oh, cool.
And so we are in the process of forming a model railroad club.
Cool. Are you going to be an NMRA club?
Eventually.
Okay.
And the reason being because the NMRA, if every member is an NMRA member and the club is a NMRA club, then the NMRA will cover liability insurance on the whole layout.
That'd be great.
So if something was to happen, natural disaster, fire, vandalism.
That's on the layout, not the building.
Right.
Right. And that cost is minimal. All right.
Yeah.
You'll probably buy that policy for $500 a year, if that.
So, but I think to be a registered club, it's only like $250 a year for the club itself.
Uh-huh.
And then, but each member would have to pay their own dues.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I went to our hobby shop here. There is one, and called Whistle Stop, and Whistle Stop Hobbies, and it's small, but it's a hobby shop. If I need to go and not have to wait for like rail joiners or some KD couplers or little stuff like that, boom, shoot over there. It's 8 miles from the house. I think takes about 15 minutes to get there. Whereas before, I had Zitnick's over in St. Pete, and I had Gulf Coast Hobbies down in Sarasota. Either one of those would take me an hour to get to, 45 minutes to an hour. So it was just easier to order off the internet. So. Now we have a club here too, the Oklahoma Model Railroad Museum, and I haven't been to it yet. I plan on, they're only open on Saturdays, Fridays and Saturdays, so I want to get there. And they look like, based upon the website, that they're a modular focused club.
So Arkansas has technically now 3 clubs. One of the clubs is a modular club, which is called Crooked Rails.
All right.
But they're Fremo. So I wasn't really interested in that. There's another club called the Tuscarora Lumber Company. It's out of one of the hobby shops. The layout's in the hobby shop. It's funded by the hobby shop. Therefore, whatever the hobby shop wants goes.
Yep.
So me and a few guys, we were like, we don't want to be part of a dictator club either.
Right.
So we
formed.
So we formed officially this past Sunday, so less than a week ago, the Diamond State Model Railroad Club.
Cool.
So now we're working on getting our bylaws, code of conduct, club mission, a strategic plan, all of that in place, so that way we can go ahead and file for our 501c3 and other type of nonprofit business type stuff. So
from a business standpoint and for that tax, the 501c, keep your bylaws simple. Do not get specific with your bylaws. You
okay.
can refer to operating policies and procedures. And the reason behind that is once it's in a bylaw, if you want to change it, you get the membership, but then you have to refile an amended, whatever it's called, with your state.
Yeah.
Okay. Which, if you don't, you can lose your tax exemption if you get caught. But the whole idea is keep the bylaws simple so you don't have to ever amend them. You amend your operating policies and procedures, all right? Because you can amend those all day long and you don't have to refile.
So with the state of Arkansas, we don't have to submit our bylaws unless we want our nonprofit organization made public.
How?
I don't really know all the details on that, but what I do know is we have a couple of members that are very familiar with nonprofits.
Mm-hmm.
So they're kind of handling that side of things.
Boy, so I don't know of anywhere in the country that you don't have to have some kind of bylaws written into the incorporation of.
We have to have bylaws, but it doesn't mean that we have to submit it to the state. Now, for the IRS, for federal, we have to submit it.
There you go. All right. So and the same still applies. You amend a bylaw, you got to resubmit. All right.
Yeah.
Stay away from that. Keep it simple. Keep it short, simple. Keep it to the KISS method. And then have your operating policies and procedures. That way you can amend those and keep on trucking.
Right.
So.
Well, that's something I will definitely mention to them.
There's Rick.
What's going on, Rick?
Yeah. I've been involved in that in numerous different clubs in different states as far as COI goes. All right. Plus in business. And everybody always wanted to amend the bylaws. I'm going, well, that's stupid. All right. Because I'm not, I don't want to have to refile. Look who we got here.
Finally got some power.
Well, good. Well, I had to make you feel at home there, John.
Yeah, I heard it the first time you played it.
Well,
Did-
yeah.
what-
I was hearing a little bit there, but
Well, the question is did you hear it the second time? Because that was the third.
oh, that was the third. Well, yeah, I heard it. No, I didn't hear it the second time. No, no. Yeah, there was a cat there. He took off though.
So you got your power back. That's a good thing.
Yeah, I don't know
So,
how long it's going to be back, but
yeah, I was
yeah,
just going to say, with all the weather and wind and everything that's coming in, that's the big thing here is the wind. It's not the weather.
yeah, it's wind here that's doing it. We're having, 55-mile-an-hour gusts. It's worse than a tropical storm in Florida.
Speaking of Florida, there's Nisi. Hey,
Hi,
Nisi.
DC.
Hey, Nisi.
So what'd I miss?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Not much.
Nothing.
We just.
Jason's not doing a thing again.
I'm working.
Oh, okay,
He's
okay,
working.
okay.
I got overall a bib, apron. That's what,
Apron.
for
not,
bar,
not overalls,
Yeah.
just apron. Okay.
just an apron for
Yeah.
barbecuing, but I'm going to use it for trains. And then, of course, you can see my trapper hat, so I
Yes.
can do my impression of Cousin Eddie.
Yes. Yeah.
And then for my birthday, I also got a hobby chop saw and a hobby table saw and
nice, nice.
organizer cabinet. And
That's good.
my wife, I made mention that I could probably use a second one of those organizer cabinets. Because God knows you never have enough place to put little screws, or little parts.
Yeah, amen to that.
That is true.
So gears, dog bones, all that stuff. So wheels. So after this live stream, we're gonna head back over to Harbor Freight because I looked all over the place. You cannot get that organizer. Let me go back to that other cabinet.
So,
That-
Steve,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what I ended up doing was I went to Hobby Lobby,
Uh-huh.
and it's in the scrapbooking section. It's a scrapbook supply organizer,
Yeah.
and I've been
That was
using
the
the
next
heck
place.
out of that.
I need to go to Hobby Lobby to hopefully find a paint organizer. Because if you look at this picture, right behind it, you see the yellow toolbox that's full of all my paints. And I
Yeah.
want to put one of those organizers, and a lot of people use those trays for nail polish. So we'll see.
So
how
there's
that looks.
Hobby Lobby. I can tell you doesn't have them, or the ones here don't. But there is some on Amazon. They're about $45 or a laser wood kit. I can send you the links later. And
I've
they
seen
have,
them. I've seen them.
yeah, and I'm actually
I just wanna
planning
see
on
what Hobby
ordering.
Lobby-
Yeah, I plan
I
on
gotta-
ordering a couple of those because I'm the same way. I've got a small tote that is full of paints.
Well, mine, see, back here are the clear plastic ones that you put together that are stepped. They were,
Yeah,
I think they were
those
like
are typical.
$35.
Yeah, those are typically for nail polish. That's where they
Yeah,
came from.
But the one, the cheap craft paints fit right down in it.
There used to be a company headquartered in Kansas City with a little plant warehouse here called Regal Plastics, and the division manager was a friend of mine. He's probably, this I'm talking 25 years ago, so he's probably retired or dead by now. But it would have been nice because he could have made me that, out of plexiglass, no problem. But I'll find something.
These have worked pretty well for me. Even the MIG paints fit down in it, and the armor paints fit down in it. get more than the 1.5-ounce size bottles. They don't fit in, but it works.
Yeah. Younger Steve says 30% off one item at Harbor Freight. Yeah. Plus, I bought a 2-year membership to their whatever it is club.
Their club. Yeah.
Yeah, and so because I go through clamps and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I
So-
just bought a 1-year club membership. So, yeah, I've been buying some stuff there too.
Yeah, send me the link on that, Steve. Works with IKEA stuff. IKEA shelves. I don't have any IKEA shelves. I've built all these that I have. These here.
I guess you've already had mail call.
I did.
So, do you want me to wait until next week, or?
Well, we're almost out of time. We got 10 minutes if you want to go through what you got.
Well, it'll be real quick. If you see right behind me this light that I showed last time that I've got for work lights underneath my 2 workbenches on either side, I purchased 8 more of those.
Cool.
So they will be 2 over each side piece and 4 over the center 5.5 foot by 10 foot section.
Nice.
And what I'm going to do is run the wires into my overhead light, which is pretty worthless. And I've got some of the screw-in plug adapters for hooking in an electrical cord. So when I turn either one of my switches on, because they're 3-way switches, it'll turn on all the lights overhead. All in
Well, that's
one.
nice.
Because you can put up to 8 of these in a row. So
Yeah.
They don't use what are they?
And
They're only about
I had
13 watts a piece.
Yeah, in Florida, I had 6 of them. Okay, and I had them on one smart plug. So just tell the A lady to turn them on or off, and and as everybody probably remembers, once the lights went off, 30 seconds later, all the layout lights would come on.
Right. Yeah. Well, I figured, if I run them out of the ceiling light, at least I won't have cords hanging down someplace. They'll all be on the ceiling.
Yeah.
And eventually, maybe I'll make a ballast or for their ceiling, because they are bright.
DC was mentioning I need something for Lowe's. I did buy more. I already had some of this rack. I bought 2 more of these racks with these trays.
You just
And they
switch
fit.
yourself back over unless you want me to show the rest of my stuff.
Well, I'm on the other side of the room, so.
Okay.
That
way you're
I was just commenting to reply to Nisi's comment. So, go ahead, Joe.
Oh, okay. And then right above my computer here, you can't see there. I bought a new. There we go. My light's automatically turning. A 4 light for working here by my computer, but of course I can't have it on now or it'd blind everybody, including me. I may have to step that down some because it's pretty bright. My camera's cockeyed. So that was another purchase. I've got it on a switch over here because it actually has a motion detector on it, and I don't want it going off and on, but I turn it on and see.
Ooh, bright light.
Anybody see John? Where did he go?
Yeah, he's washed out now. I think
Yeah,
he
froze
froze
up.
too.
Yeah, he froze up.
So we'll switch him back down.
Maybe he'll come back. I hope he didn't. I hope he didn't lose power.
Again. Well, if he lost power, would he have that picture still? I don't know.
For a little while, until the feed realizes that he's no longer here.
Yeah. Yeah, turn on lights. There goes John. Bye.
See?
Oh,
He's
there he
gone.
goes. Rocky Top lost power. Poor John.
Dum dum dum.
Dun, dun, dun. Anyway, I've had a fun week. Getting stuff and getting the garage done. For all intents and purposes, it's done.
I tell you, this week here has been crazy for me. Legit.
Yeah, I saw some of those storage boxes with handles. I even pointed them out to my wife.
I'm gonna see if I can grab one of these things and show you what I'm talking about.
Okay, that'll work. Oh, I know what the other thing was that I did. If we go back to this one, down on the lower left, over here, if you can see my cursor, I don't know if you can or not, but you'll see a chain. And that chain runs down. I don't know if it'll go down. There it is. To a tennis ball. My dad did that years ago, back when I was a kid. So help my mom guide her into the garage. So I did that for my wife. Because our driveway here is cockeyed to the house. All right, it's at an angle. All right, so believe it or not, even though this car is in the garage at an angle, it is straight back. You back straight out. All right past the other car. So anyway, let me bring you bigger. There. Oh, no, there. And switch us around.
There you go. All right, so these are what I got at Hobby Lobby. This is in the scrapbooking section. I've got one of my things empty, but you got all these different trays. And this does have a lid with a handle. So you can stack them when you're not using them. But I'll just, put little pieces.
Right.
Like detail parts and stuff in them, or.
I wonder how.
Like this is got.
What's the thickness of the big tray that all those little ones go in?
So the tray holds 16.
Yeah, but I mean, what's the thickness? I want to see how many inches. I want to see if it would fit in my, pull mine out and pop one of those in.
I got a tape measure here somewhere. It might be on my desk.
I got to measure mine.
Of course, like I said, when I try to find something I need, I can't find it.
Yeah.
And then when I no longer need it, it's right up my hair.
Mine are 3.5.
Tape measure's not in there, so.
Bye, Anthony.
Take care, Anthony. Yeah, I don't see what I did with my tape measure. Oh, there it is.
I got 4 tape measures and actually 5, struggle to find them.
About 15.5 by 12.
Okay, Steve. Yeah. Well, maybe I need one of those and something else.
and it's about 5.5 inches thick.
Okay, so it would not fit in the cabinet I have.
But I mean, like I said, these are great just to put on the shelves.
Yeah. I was just had an idea. I could actually, the way if let me switch back. If you look at this picture again, you know you got the two big doors underneath
Well,
the.
Swap us.
Oh, okay. Let's go that way. Oh. Let's do it that way. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, you got the two big doors on that cabinet in the center, and then there's thinner ones on each side.
Gotcha.
I might, depending on how wide those are, they might slide. I can build something that they could slide into there. If not, you know, I can build more shelves.
There you go.
But as I look around this garage, all three walls are packed with something. All right. I'll just pan around here. I say three because the fourth is the garage door. All right. Oh, okay, that's the rest of it right there. So all the way back to that. So anyway, there's not a whole lot of room to put anything else in here.
I hear you.
We'll leave that there and we'll switch back here. And here. So we are just over an hour, and John has not made it back in. And JD's got GM Park totes. I wonder where he got those from.
Poor John.
Poor John. Poor John on Rocky Top. Anyway, so we're going to cut this off so I can make another run to Harbor Freight. See what other goodies I can get. They will make water.
They definitely got goodies, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you know, when if I'm going to buy a tool that I expect to have in 30 years, which at my age isn't going to happen, but that I want to last, Harbor Freight is not the place I would go.
No.
But
So most
got
of my
so
power
many
tools.
things.
Go ahead.
I'm the same way. Like you were, I think about to say, is all of my power tools are DeWalt. Most of them are DeWalt. I got Ryobi lawn stuff. I do have a set of what the hell brand is that I inherited from my dad? A Drill and Impact Porter cable. Still a good name brand. And I got a couple Craftsman things. You know, my chop saw is DeWalt. My table saw is Craftsman. My router is Craftsman, router table. So, but on the flip side of that, you know, there's a lot of things you don't need top of the line for.
So
And I've got most of the tools I need anyway.
Steve, I'm going to show you something that's really nice to have to keep like all your tools and stuff organized. The Milwaukee Packout system.
Oh yeah, I've seen that at Lowe's. Yep. Or at Home Depot. I'm sorry.
This is my shop vac,
Okay.
and it's on a dolly system. So I've got these things here. I keep like my big screws in, which let me take that one off. You might be able to see this one a little better. So sorry about the shaky cam, but there you go.
Yep.
So all of my different screws go in that one. The next tray I've got, it's a really thin tray. and I use that for like my electrical connectors and the low voltage, cable staplers and things like that. Just so that way I can stay organized. And then, when we get ready to do the club layout,
Hey,
whenever we find a home, I could just easily load that in my truck and take it.
there you go. There you go. I'm a firm believer, for years and years and years and years, until I got to Florida, would have everything in drawers and never be able to find anything is what I'm getting at. By having it on all the walls around here with minimally in these cabinets, I can find stuff. And if you can find it, you save time.
Oh yeah.
If you save time, you reduce frustration. So anyway. Well,
also don't forget, time is money.
That's true. That's true. Before I get frostbite, because it's cold in here. All right. I mean, it's cold. And we're going to shut this down. I'm looking at my Alexa. Oh, and I shouldn't have said her name, but she's for whatever reason, she is still tuned in to Tampa. All right. As far as the time and temperature. And I haven't been able to figure out how to change it. I've gone to the phone app, can't change it. I tried to change it on the setup of the unit itself. Anyway, the bottom line, it's 73 degrees in Tampa. All right. So we're looking at at least a 50 degree spread here.
Well, that means Nissy's out there living life just great. Nice, warm.
I bet she is.
And I know Jim Tedesco's not too far from Tampa.
Yeah. No, he's down in Sebring.
Yeah.
He's actually further south and right in the middle of the state, just north of the big lake in the south part of Florida, Lake Okeechobee.
Okay.
And that's where Tom's at too. Tom's Trains and Things. So anyway, with that, guys, we're going to go ahead and cut it off so I can go to Harbor Freight and thaw out. All right. So I want everybody to make sure you have a great weekend. And Robert, make sure you get with me whenever you get the details and stuff. I mean, we still have weeks to go, but no problem. Hey, thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Do the thumbs up, everybody. That's what Robert said. We'd appreciate it always. I'm not a sub. It's nice. I don't care, but I appreciate it. So with that, thanks for joining us here at the Retirement Railroad Friday Live, and with Jason helping to fill in for John over at Rocky Top. And like Jason's new nickname is Jason in the Middle, or we're going to start calling him Malcolm for short. So y'all take care. We'll see y'all. Bye.
Y'all have a good one.